Hey, what's going on, sailors, soldiers, Marines, airmen, coast guardians? Yeah, you guys gotta help me out with that one. This is C Lemon's OS1 Type here to deliver you some military hacks on how to save money in the military. Now, we all know that the military gets lots of extra cash such as BAH, BAS, SDAP, COLA, arranged marriages, well, maybe not that one, but it is imperative that we pinpoint ways to save money so that we are not spending money carelessly. Before we dive into these hacks, let's like and subscribe if you're new to the channel. Post in the comment sections, I want more military hacks, and let's get this thing started. Boom. So before you guys even start your money saving plan, make sure you implement a budget. Budgets help people manage their money better, and it's very simple. Budgets are great and one of the best ways to save on money because it keeps you mindful of your income and expenses. With a budget, you will know exactly how much you can spend in a category each month, how much you have to work with, what spending areas need to be evaluated, among other things. Budgets have helped people reach their goals, pay off debt, make more money, retire, and even more. This is one of the best ways to save your money, and it will completely change your personal life, I guarantee it. So if you haven't heard, one of the first wealth building goals is establishing an emergency fund. And it's easy to start with as little as $500. This money is recommended to be placed in a savings account with regularly scheduled automated contributions to the fund, so you don't even think about it as you're actually putting money in and out of the fund. This fund can be the difference between sinking and actually staying afloat. And furthermore, it gives you so much peace of mind. Trust me, this extra $500 to $1,000 set aside can fight unexpected expenses such as flat tire or a broken window. And think about it this way: if you have extra money set aside just in case something happens, you don't have to worry about asking others for money. Everybody hate that. I know I hate that. Or reaching in your pocket for that credit card and accumulating more credit card debt, because that is not wanted. But how should you build this fund? Set automated payments or transfers on a fixed amount, either weekly or bi-weekly, from your checking account to your savings accounts. So let's get into the money saving tips. If you are struggling to save money and pay off debt, the 50-20-30 rule can help you budget and reach your financial goals. This model is good for paying off debt, accumulating savings, or investing. The rule splits your take-home pay into 3 budgets, and here's the breakdown right here. 50% includes rent, mortgage, food, bills, minimum debt payment, and other essentials. 20% is an accumulation of financial goals such as savings, investments, etc. And the other 30% is dining, entertainment, some of the BS things that we do from time to time that we kind of waste money on. But before you begin, figure out how much you want to realistically save. If you have a higher debt than normal, you may want to alter your breakdown to perhaps a 70-15-15 split, where 70% would go towards rent, bills, etc., and so on and so forth, and you can adjust it based on what I've already told you. Trust me, this may seem like a scary task, but take a look at what is important to you and pick what is best for you. I remember when I was overseas in Spain, I had like $30,000 worth of debt, which through this rule, I was able to eliminate all of that debt before actually leaving from Spain to the US. And of course, once I got back to the US, I got most of that debt back. But focus on what you absolutely have to get rid of and the things you don't need. In order to make your 30% bucket work, finally examine the things that you spend the most money on, such as entertainment, clothing, or eating out. This can allow you to prevent overspending. For more information on this rule, be sure to check out the link in the description below. And if you guys have any questions, just make sure you smash that thumbs up button. But anyway, if you have any more questions, just make sure you put them in the comment section. I'll be sure to get to them as soon as I can. So I don't know if you know this or not, but cable TV is kind of overrated. So you should stop paying for it and you will save so much money. And just for your info, the average cable bill is $100 and this number is ballooning to over $200 in 2020. And one of the best ways to save money is to just no longer pay for cable TV, and it's that simple. And there are so many other options that you have never considered before. And here's some services and what they are charging. And let me know what you guys think about this. You got Netflix, you got Hulu, you got Sling TV. I don't know if you guys like that or not, but they got Sling Orange and Sling Purple, I believe. You got Amazon Prime Video. You have to have an Amazon subscription, the Prime subscription, but you get it half off if you're a student. Think about that at $119 turning to $59.99 real quick. You might want to think about becoming a student. You got HBO Now. I'm assuming people still watch HBO, but I'm not the critic. And you got YouTube TV. So you can't tell me that you can't find something that you don't. So in order to get some of these subscriptions for the free ski for free, 5-finger discount or low cost, however you want to say it, you have to think outside of the box. Some of the avenues that I take advantage of is T-Mobile, which offers military plans at discounted rates. My plan here shows the benefits besides the 50% off. I don't care what anybody says about T-Mobile. I'll take it and its service, Team T-Mobile, all day. They're constantly building towers to expand their network, and I pay $86 for 2 phones, so you can miss me with all that hate. But back to the point of the conversation, they pay for Netflix, so that's a saving. Another thing you can do is be a student and utilize these benefits as well. I get Spotify, Hulu, and Showtime for $4.99 because they offer 50% discount for active students. When they told me that, it was a Reynolds wrap. I'm getting it. I'll do a video pretty soon on being a student and the benefits that we have. Make sure you check the link in the description for the multiple alternatives to cable that will help you save as much bread as possible. And don't forget to demolish that like button. So knowing your credit score and improving your credit score essentially can help you save money. But it's important to be aware that some companies will charge you for your credit score, and some people even pay for the credit score on a monthly basis. You can receive your credit score for free a few times a year. It never hurts to check your credit score, and you have no reason to be unaware of it. Your credit score can affect whether or not you're approved for a loan, whether you get hired at a job, or your interest rate on a loan, and so much more. And it's relatively easy to raise your credit score, which makes it one of the best ways to save money. There's going to be a link in the description for avenues you can take for saving and improving your credit score, so please don't hesitate to ask any question that you have. And if you do not know your credit score, you can utilize Credit Sesame or Credit Karma to check your credit score for the free ski, and there's absolutely no reason to pay for your credit score as previously stated. Plus, checking your credit score is the first step to actually improving your credit score. You can also receive one credit report annually from each of the 3 main bureaus, Equifax, TransUnion, and Experian. Yes, that means you get 1 from each, so 3 per year. So I recommend spacing them out to once every 4 months, and you can read more about this in the link below. But this will allow you to be better able to track your credit score throughout the year and see the things that you are doing, are they making a change? And they will. So paying off debt is going to be your next method to saving money. So paying off debt is a great way of setting yourself up to reach financial goals. The avalanche method of paying debt off is focused on paying down the debt with the highest interest rate first, and it's usually the fastest way to pay off debt. You'll save money in the long run by keeping interest rates under control. To pay down debts with the avalanche method, first pay the minimum on all your debts. Then put additional money towards the account with the highest interest rate. Continue this until the highest interest account is paid off. Then take that minimum payment you were paying on the first debt as well as additional cash and put those towards the account with the next highest interest. So the next method I'm going to explain is called the snowball method, and this is not as quick as the avalanche, but it's just as effective. In the snowball method, you will focus on paying down the smaller balances first, and psychologically this will help you to continue and be more motivated. And this allows you to see your smallest or smaller accounts with a zero balance more quickly than other methods, giving you some motivation to continue to pay off the next debt. To pay down the debt with the snowball method, first make the minimum payments on all your accounts. Then allocate an extra cash to the account with the smallest balance. Once that account is paid in full, allocate the minimum payment from the next account and any additional cash to the next smallest balance, and continue this method until all of the accounts are paid off. So it depends on your debt paying, I guess, mechanics, or how you look at things. So if you want to start with the highest account, you want to do the avalanche method. But if you want to start with the lowest account, you want to do the snowball method. And the snowball method kind of like constantly builds and builds and builds and gets bigger until you actually take down all the debt. And the avalanche method kind of starts from the top and knocks down everything as it's coming down. So let me know which one you guys like. So the most important thing is, when you're saving, don't make it a chore or a task. Make it fun. So take part in some of the 2020 challenges that are out there. It's so many that you can choose from. So whether you have lots of money or only a few dollars to spare, there are so many plans that fit what's best for you. So let's examine for someone that may be tight on how much they can save at the moment. And here are some examples for budgeters or for others with a little more bread. There will be a link in the description for many more to choose from. So let's get it started. So right about here, we have a mini challenge for tight budgeters. They can save upwards of $700 this year, $689 to be exact, but they can start with 50 cents. So how does this work? So you save 50 cents in week 1, followed by $1 in week 2, and then $1.50 in week 3, so on and so forth, adding 50 cents each week. You'll end up with almost $700 in 1 year. Now on the flip side, for those who have a little more bread, they can save 20/20 for 20/20. So in this case, you'll save $38.84 each week. The last week, you'll save $39.16 to make it exactly $2,020. So also, for these payments, make sure you set them automated so that way you won't forget. So right now, I am using this model at the moment. So let's start saving together and make it fun. We're in this together, remember, and make your goals visual. And it's a great way to find motivation and make something fun. Get a friend as well to help you and keep you on target with your goal, because having financial goals displayed in front of you can make it easy and more real. Plus, it's nice to have a constant reminder of what you're working towards. As always, make sure you're confident in yourself. You are great, you are special. Whatever you plan on doing for 2020, make sure you accomplish that, and know this, you will.